The kickoff, a little too hot to handle, goes through the end zone for a touchback. Now here's the toss play. Fights through the tackler.
They're just trying to establish the run. There's not much there, but give credit to that defensive line and those linebackers attacking the line of scrimmage to negate any chance at all.
Offense trying to find a way to get this drive going. It's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. The receiver makes the catch. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion. The Buckeyes hustle to the line on the hurry up. Quarterback in the shotgun here on 3rd down. And it's caught. Tackle's made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. This drive is going now.
Well, I've always said I think this quarterback all year long has been able to be as consistent as any quarterback in the country. And when you get to 3rd down, you've got to trust that he's going to make the right decision and throw an accurate ball to give you a chance at a 1st down. There's another example of it right there.
Takes the toss and heads left. Breaks free. Brought down to crosses midfield to the 46.
Boy, it's a beautiful run here for the 1st down, really living up to that reputation of the great backs that they've had over the years. Think about Archie Griffin and Eddie George, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins, just so many great backs. We're seeing another one right here.
The Buckeyes are going to keep this drive rolling. Takes the toss, heads to his right. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
Chris, this is what I love to see from a defense is the linebackers are scraping, doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
Offense behind the 6 now on 2nd and 11 after the 1-yard loss. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. And it's intercepted. Beautiful timing there. Breaks into the open. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Oklahoma. A defensive score in the title game, and this place is coming unhinged.
Well, that's a 14-point swing on the opening drive. Instead of worrying about giving up points, not only do they come up with this interception, but to take it into the end zone, they're an extra point away from really giving their offense an edge.
And it's 7-0 after the PAT. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And that kick will just bounce into the end zone for a touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. They're trying to recover from that last possession. They had things going, but then a pick 6, a devastating play. They've got to recover from that right now. Stopped right there at the line, no gain.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Some strong run defense there makes it 2nd and 10 now from the 25. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Over the middle and incomplete.
Chris, I don't know if it's the hype of the national championship, the timing between the quarterback and his receivers, but they have not been able to get anything going at all here in the 1st half. And the problem is they're already down in this game. They've got to put the ball through the air and start hitting some passes, or there's no chance they come back and have a chance to win.
So he finds one of his favorite targets. Kirk defense thinking, what do we have to do to stop this guy?
How about the double coverage on third down? Great call to be able to try to take away this highly touted wide receiver. And the quarterback is still looking to go to his guy for the conversion, and he comes through. No wonder he keeps throwing him the football.
It's a quick grab. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass. Buckeyes will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. Makes a quick catch. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
Anytime you have a chance to get this wide receiver isolated, to get the ball in his hands, you do it.
The Buckeyes will have 1st and 10 here. Looking to throw again. Moves to his left now, escaping the pocket. Pulls it in outside the 10 and still running. They finally make the tackle, but he gets all the way to the 14. DB's looking to jam the receivers at the snap. Gets rid of it on the move. Quick throw, catch made. Tackle at the 6-yard line after the completion. Offense really threatening now.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
Here comes a crucial 2nd down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
And they convert here on 3rd down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. They'll run it here. The fullback gets the carry. Touchdown, Ohio State. They begin to fight back here in this championship game. Who says you need explosive plays, Kirk? That was a long, winding scoring drive.
And think about this. This is the national championship, and you're able to execute like that against this quality of a defense. Man, that is a great job by the coordinator and the quarterback being in sync and putting together a heck of a drive.
He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. Wideouts now clustered. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They bring him down, but a solid gain there on 1st down. Looks to be just inches short of the marker.
Love to see the short passing game as a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable and allows you to see how the defense is reacting. That can open up for other things later on.
Shotgun, empty backfield on 2nd and inches. That's a design quarterback keeper. Good enough for 1st down yardage. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. Here comes a handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Now you see this with a lot of backs. There's a tendency to want to try to bounce it to the outside. Now sometimes the play calls for it, but you know the coaches are telling them to follow the blockers and execute the plan.
Offense now behind the 6 on 2nd down. They need 12 after that 1st down loss. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Caught quickly. And it's out of bounds after a
Well, that time they're able to work the slot across the field on the drag. Precise route and a good throw.
Offense looking to convert on 3rd and short from the 42. Can they make the yardage or face a tricky 4th down decision? Incomplete. That should have been caught. That's on the receiver.
What a hit there on 3rd down. The timing was perfect, and now we got a big 4th down play.
And the Sooners will have to kick it away. This will be the first punt for this offense tonight. And here's the return. The coverage team makes the stop on this return. Set up at the 26 for the first play of this drive. And looking to throw now on 1st down. He's running out of time here. Slides to avoid the big hit.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but man, make the play, bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
Clock is running last minute in a very entertaining first quarter of play. Toss play. Back heads to his right. Breaking free at midfield. Tackle made after a huge gain all the way to the 40.
The old toss play, man. This is a play that used to be so popular in college football when teams ran out of the I formation. Nowadays, you can pretty much run the toss out of almost any formation. But the key is still sealing the edge, whether it's your tight end or your offensive tackle. Got to seal the edge to be able to allow your back to get to the corner.
Back-to-back chunk plays to begin the drive. The defense on their heels. Pre-snap motion from the offense. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Oh, the pass is picked off. Could take it all the way. Out past the 30. They'll finally bring him down, but what a play. The takeaway and a huge gain on the return.
Well, that's now 2 interceptions for this quarterback, and we're only in the first half. This is the exact start this defense was hoping for to create a ton of momentum.
The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here.
Timeout, Oklahoma.
Time for one more play here in the quarter. Powering through. Picks up a few yards there, and that's going to wrap up the first. We are deadlocked at the end of a fun, competitive first quarter. Let's check out the stats so far. And as we move to the second quarter, you hope these teams will build on a promising start. Offense getting set for a 2nd down here to begin the quarter. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Catch made, looking for the goal line. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Sooners. Well, we had a short field. The offense did exactly what they're supposed to do. That would have been a big ask for the defense there, Kurt.
Absolutely. But when you're given that kind of field position, anything less than a touchdown would be a disappointment. They did exactly what they needed to do by capitalizing on that short field.
And the PAT is good. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. kickoff goes out the back of the end zone, so a touchback. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. The pass is incomplete. He dropped the first down attempt here across the middle.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Looking deep down the left side. He makes the grab. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs. The Buckeyes will come to the line to run the hurry up.
Boy, what a throw and catch again by the Ohio State Buckeye offense. You think about how Ohio State has been able to really grow over the years. Go back and think about Chris Carter back in the 80s and Joey Galloway in the 90s. And, of course, most recently with Garrett Wilson and Chris Olave, Jackson Smith and Jigba. So many great receivers, and it's been fun to watch this young man today.
Here's the toss play. Runner heads outside. They bring him down, but that play moves him into scoring position. First and 10 from the 11.
That's a football play right there, Chris. This one takes me back a little bit. Toss sweep to the right. Get the ball into your back's hands. Get a lot of people out in front. Control the line of scrimmage. How about the wide receivers? They're doing a nice job blocking downfield. Almost felt like half the offense was out in front of him, giving him a chance to pick up some big yards.
Buckeyes with first and 10 here. Looking for a receiver. Snags a quick throw. Brought down at the 5 after the catch. The offense really threatening now.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays, but the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
They look to throw it here on second down. He's got it right near the end zone, and he's down at the 3-yard line.
I love the call here by the offensive coordinator, getting this wide receiver involved early in the game. Obviously a long way to go, but you want this receiver to make a big impact today and get his confidence established early.
Defense trying to jam these receivers at the line. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. And he makes the catch. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And this national championship game is now dead even, Kirk. We're going to have a fun finish here.
Yeah, maybe I'm being hopeful, but this has the makings of an instant classic right now. The way these teams are matching each other at an elite level in the national championship, it's getting more advanced the further we go. I'm with you. Maybe it comes down to the wire.
Now the important point after attempt. And it's up and good. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And that kick will just bound into the end zone for a touchback. And the Sooners offense is back on the field. Each offense has been clicking, scoring touchdowns in their last possessions. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
I like the idea of mixing it up from time to time because you can't be too predictable. But the execution was a little bit off on this one. We're going to have to go back to the drawing board.
Quickly behind the sticks here after the loss. Second down and 11. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Looking to pass here on second down. Makes a quick grab. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain. Tackle is made, but the junior quarterback shows off his arm strength that time.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a first down.
1st and 10 now for the offense. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. It's a quick grab. Breaks loose at the 45. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
Boy, nice job by the receiver of selling this route to the outside. Created enough space back to the inside. And there's the timing again between the quarterback and the receiver, giving him a chance to come up with some yards.
Big chunk play. This offense operating at peak efficiency. 1st down. Looking to throw the football. The receiver grabs it. That's a quick tackle, but they pick up solid yardage on that short throw.
Well, it's a game of matchups. Always has been and it always will be, especially on the perimeter. And the quarterback believes his guy is better than their guy.
That completion makes it 2nd and short. Handoff from the shotgun. And they'll stop him short at the line to gain. And they keep this drive going, trying to convert on 3rd down now. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. That's good for 1st down yardage now at the 26. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. The Sooners have 1st and 10 here. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback drops back. Catch made on the right side. And they wrap him up after the completion just short of the 1st down marker. We'll take a quick pause before the half as we reach the 2-minute timeout. Play number 8 in this championship game drive, and they face 3rd down and short. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. The Sooners pick up enough yardage to get a 1st down.
Well, that's mano-a-mano right there. Offensive line knowing exactly their assignment, getting a hat on a hat, and that back threw just exactly where he needed to go to extend this drive. That's a 1st down.
We're going to go with the Wildcat formation and an extra blocker. Let's see what they have in mind here. Defense not fooled by the Wildcat look. Just a short gain on the play. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. And he drops back in the gun. Quick throw to the left. Makes the catch. Can he get in? They bring him down short of the end zone, but this will set up a 1st and goal.
That's another positive gain here for this offense, and This defensive coordinator is going to have to make some kind of adjustments to get this quarterback out of his rhythm. It's the national championship, man. You've got to take chances and mix up your coverages because right now what you're doing just isn't working.
Okay, now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. And he fights into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma. So a long, methodical scoring drive. Great execution with championship pressure.
Man, this is the biggest stage that you can play on. You're in the national championship, and drives like that are going to wear down the opponent physically and mentally. This wasn't an accident. They were very intentional in how they worked their way down the field, and it pays off in the end.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And the kickoff will bounce right through the end zone for a touchback. So the first play of the drive here coming up, less than 2 minutes left on the clock. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Launches it deep down the left side. And it's hauled in way downfield. Tackle made after a huge gain all the way to the 40. The Buckeyes come to the line in a hurry up. 1st down, looking to throw the ball. The pocket breaking down. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Well, one of the few times this receiver is unable to come up with a big play. This guy has over 100 yards receiving. I would just keep trying to find ways to line him up and create mismatch opportunities.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Goes to his right side there for the completion. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker. 3rd down, out of the shotgun. Going to try to use his legs here. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit. They move the 6, but hurry to the line here on 1st down now. He's looking to throw. Makes a quick catch. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain. A timeout is called. Important stage late here in the 2nd quarter. The Buckeyes are looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide. Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball to the 6. Defense getting pushed back. The offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
Well, this wide receiver has it all. We know about his leaping ability and his speed. But what I've seen today is the precise route running. Another example of it there, and the timing with this quarterback and this receiver is just a thing of beauty.
They finally stop him, but that gain is good for a 1st and goal. Looking for 6. And he's got it. Touchdown, Ohio State. Folks, we hope you're enjoying this. The national championship game is all tied up. Buckle up now for the finish.
Man, this is everything you could hope for on this biggest stage in a national championship. Both these teams bringing their A game. I can't wait to sit back and see who wins it.
And the point after is good. The PAT ties the game here in the 2nd quarter now. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. Time ticking away. Time for just one more play before halftime. Didn't quite get the playoff in time. It'll be delay of game. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Looks like the offense content to run the clock out here and go to halftime. Talk about the second half. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. Buckeyes will kick this away to begin the second half. So no return here. He takes a knee in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. And the Sooners offense is back out on the field, trying to get something going early here in the second half and jump on top. Looking to throw it on first down. Going for a big play downfield. And is intercepted. Brought down after a short return, but the pick sets up his offense.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive and he ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
Now they're running on the toss. Just a small gain. Looking at 2nd and 9.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. That's the 3rd pick tonight thrown by this QB. He's brought down quickly, but that takeaway is a huge play for this defense.
Any safety loves a good opportunity to hunt for picks. And as this game wears on, they get one here. This quarterback needs to do a much better job of being able to read this secondary and being more careful with the football.
The Oklahoma offense is back on the field. Let's see how this quarterback responds. Remember, an interception on the very first play of the last possession. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Makes the catch. It's Peters. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. It's a shotgun run call. Powering through a tackle. Couldn't quite get in. Tackle down at the 2-yard line. Excellent run. And the Sooners hoping to punch it in here. They have 1st and goal. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Touchdown, Sooners! And that will give them the lead now.
Chris, that's what I love about this quarterback. It's a great touchdown, but he shows you his versatility. We know he can throw it, but here he shows you his speed and how he can make the defense pay for that as well.
Went after, up and good. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. So no return on this one. Ball just bounces into the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 come out.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Offense comes up 2nd and 8. That running game not producing much on the 1st down play. Second down, we're going to throw it. Buying time, moving to his left. On the move, but can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Buckeyes hustle to the line to crank up the tempo. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. On the run, he'll let it go. It's incomplete. The defense rises up and gets the stop against this very efficient 3rd down offense.
And I think the quarterback here forces the ball because it's 3rd down. He's got to be careful having the ball on his own side of the field. That ball was almost picked off.
And now the defense will call a timeout here to make an adjustment on their side before this crucial play. Fourth down. No punt. Out of field goal range. They're going for it. From the shotgun, drops back. Lets it fly to the wideout. They can't connect. A costly turnover on downs.
I think they're going to end up regretting going for this one, Chris. I wouldn't have gone for it. What's wrong with punting it away? And again, I get being aggressive, but you got to be smart on when to go for it and when to punt.
Okay, so here comes the Oklahoma offense back on the field. Makes the catch downfield. Fights into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Well, no surprise for an offense this good. Short field, quick touchdown.
Yeah, you get into the red zone, though, there's a tendency to want to get conservative. I love that the offensive coordinator and the quarterback kept attacking until they came away with 7 points.
With the extra point, the lead is 14. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. The kickoff, a little too hot to handle, goes through the end zone for a touchback. Offense comes out to start this drive. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Using his legs here. Slides down to avoid the tackle. Offense getting set. It's 2nd down.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the 3rd option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, in which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. The pass rush gets home. This offense faces a 2nd and 15. The O-line needs to regroup.
Between the defensive scheme and the athletic ability of this front and the linebackers getting pressure as well, the way they've been able to harass this quarterback has a lot to do with why they're enjoying such a big lead in the national title.
3rd down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the 3rd quarter. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. He called his own number, and the freshman QB keeps this drive moving. The Buckeyes will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense.
Well, Chris, that's a great example of why we see these college football coaches bringing in baseball coaches to teach these quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy? Make sure he doesn't get hurt. And that's exactly what he did on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and then pick up the 1st down.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Offense switches it up here, looking to throw the ball now. And they chase him down outside the pocket for a sack. So here comes 3rd and long, trying to overcome that sack. This is going to be really difficult. Now on 3rd and very long, looking to throw. Throws to the tight end. The sure hands. It's Watkins. And they get the conversion there. 1st down now from the 33. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Buckeyes lining up here on 1st and 10. The defense with more pre-snap movement. It's a toss play to the right. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
Well, Well, this offense has really been moving the ball at will on this drive. And a nice job here on this defense to finally come up and make a nice play for no gain.
Getting set. Here's second down. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Cannot escape the pass rush there. Brought down for a short loss. So here comes third and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. That's enough to move the sticks. First down now from a 23. The long drive continues. The offense just grinding away here. Defense is coming after him. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle. The Buckeyes are in the red zone now. They'll look to throw it here on second down. On the move now. The defense will wrap him up, but he's able to scramble for a first down and keep the drive going. The Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up. The DB's right near the line now, showing press coverage. The pass rush closing in. Bulk area brought down at the 4. Offense in great scoring position here.
Boy, Chris, I thought when he took off on his scramble, I thought he had a chance to maybe get it to the end zone. But the defense does a nice job. Yeah, they gave up a couple yards, but they kept him out of the end zone.
Second and goal for the offense. Here's that defense shifting again. Looking to score, they'll run it to the right side. Nowhere to run up the middle.
Well, you lose the battle at the line of scrimmage here on second down to bring up this third down. Now as a play caller, you really got to be thinking about pass pro and giving this quarterback a chance to throw the football to get this into the end zone.
On third and goal, they've got to cut into this big lead. Probably 4-down territory. Out of the gun now on third down. Running out of time in the pocket. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain. It's Oklahoma on top. We've reached the end of the third quarter in this national championship battle that has lived up to the hype. For the final period, let's check out the game stats. 1 quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish. Doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 on fourth down. And someone on the line there moved a bit early. Offense gets a 5-yard penalty. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Remember, a field goal here doesn't do much. So on fourth and goal, they're going for the touchdown. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Launching one to the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! This air attack is still unstoppable. Here we go, national championship game, fourth quarter, 1-possession game, Kirk. Let's see who's going to step up.
Well, the stakes can't get any bigger. The offense has done their job to give themselves a chance. But what about their opponent? What about the other side? How will they handle this pressure? Late in the game, they still have the lead. I want to see what their plan of attack is and how aggressive they might be willing to be.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and to bring the football to the 25-yard line. And the Sooners offense is back on the field. Suddenly, this is a tighter game. You'd love to build a drive, choose some clock. How aggressive will they get with the play call? Football comes out. Oh, fortunate to make the recovery himself. They get him to the ground, heads up by the offense to keep possession, but he's still short of the marker. And it's intercepted, a crushing play. Look out, he's in the clear. Touchdown, Ohio State. The defense comes up huge in this championship game. Listen to the crowd. A defensive touchdown, and suddenly this national championship game is dead even, Kurt.
Wow, great job by this defense of coming up with a turnover and then also being able to turn that into a touchdown. Now all of a sudden the momentum feels like it has shifted, and we have a national championship on the line here.
And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the Sooners offense is back out on the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick six last time out here. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Pass is incomplete. The defense affecting the quarterback with pressure there.
It's pretty simple as a defensive coordinator. When the quarterback drops back to throw, if we get pressure on him, we got a chance to slow him down and win the football game. If we don't, could be a long afternoon. Good job here by dialing up the pressure.
At the 25, it's 2nd and 10. Can they make it a 3rd and manageable here? They'll change the pre-snap look now. QB tries it again here on 2nd and 10. This time it's complete. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down, but instead he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. Run quickly. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
Well, it's 3rd down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
The Sooners getting set on 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Oh, and it's intercepted. Terrible mistake late in the game. He could go.
Oh, Chris, you're in the 4th quarter. It's a tie game, and you throw an interception. Oh, my goodness. I know it's obvious, but you just got to take care of the football. It's that simple. Now their opportunity to take the lead is lost, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. And they set up with the best possible field position. 1st down and goal. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Boy, how about the defensive speed there and the team pursuit? They recognize the toss sweep from the middle of the field and show their team speed to be able to eliminate this play.
Quickly behind the sticks here after the loss. 2nd down and 11. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. And they finally stop him at the 3. The offense really threatening now. Buckeyes will hustle to the line here to run the hurry out. Defensive backs up at the line, showing press. Third and goal. Looking to throw the ball. We pressure him and sack him. He'll be tackled inside the 10.
I like how this defense is bringing pressure from all over the field, and that's the key in putting together a good defensive strategy. On this play, it came from the outside linebacker, and he gets to the quarterback.
The kick is good. He knocked it right down the middle. And they jump back in front.
Well, you talk about a clutch kick. Good job by the snapper and the holder. The kicker gives them the lead. But remember, this one is certainly a long way from being over here in the fourth.
Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the Oklahoma offense is back on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. They test the middle there, but get nothing.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Finds his man. It's Peters. They bring it down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 49.
Well, he continues to have time to throw the football, and he makes this defense pay for it. Now, they realized coming into this game they had to take away his ability to throw the football downfield, but it's the receivers and their plays after the catch that's really giving them a hard time.
A new set of downs after that completion. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. He picks up 9, so just short of the first down, 2nd and 1.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. The short completion with the tight end. And the gain just good enough for a first down.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
The Sooners pick up enough yardage for a first down. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Grab behind the line. It's Peters. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one.
These receiver screens, if run correctly, can be a big play with a convoy of linemen out in front. This time, just not able to get it going. And it's a nice job of the defense to prevent a big play.
Empty set now. 5 wide receivers. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Bringing pressure. We've reached the 2-minute timeout as this offense tries to stage a dramatic comeback and win the game late. Didn't see anybody open, just throws it away. That's not going to bring up 3rd down. Here we go. Final minutes of this national championship game. Can this quarterback step up and become a hero? Quick throw to the left side. Another interception. Wow, that's his 4th tonight.
Well, that defender deserves the game ball for that game-sealing play. Now all there is to do is run out the clock and walk out of here with a W.
So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half.
Ohio State.
Here we go. A national championship is so close if the offense can keep the football and just bleed out the clock. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
A national championship right in front of them if the offense can keep the football away here. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. And he slings it deep back to the left side. And it's hauled in. What a catch. They bring him down, but that first down is all they need to clinch the national championship. Here we go. A national championship is so close if the offense can keep the football and just bleed out the clock. Runner takes the toss and moves to his right. The defense swarms him in the backfield. He had nowhere to run, loses 2 yards. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. So with the lead secure here, it's time to just take a knee, run out the clock, and plan the victory celebration. And the offense will just take a knee. And that'll do it. We have a national champion.